In Zulu sort of belief, there's something called ukata, which is like an enema to cleanse yourself, your guts. And the young kids on the farm always used to hate like Kata Day, like, because Granny's going to come with the warm water, and you're going to get spit, and you're going to have to run off to the toilet. But little did I know that day I was also going to get spit, and I also ran off to the toilet. And yeah, when I got home and told my mother that day what had happened, I was very excited because I was part of all the action. She was horrified. I mean, she didn't know what to think of it. I think eventually she just gave up trying to keep up with all the stories that I came back with. When I would get home every day after school or on the weekends, my friends all spoke Zulu. They all went to schools where they spoke Zulu first language at school. So it was always a matter of me having to catch up and fit in, as opposed to my friends having to catch up and fit in with me. And I would be immersed not only in the language and forced to learn, but also the culture. So some people might go on play dates to ride four-wheelers or go fishing at a dam. My play dates essentially were traditional ceremonies on the weekend, whether it was Membeso or whatever it might be, umsebenzi, and you learned, or I learned at least part of the culture there. Automatically, by the color of my skin, there's a stigma attached to the type of politics that I'm engaged in the history of our country. So to be able to enter into a conversation where that barrier is broken down, or at least there's more comfort between myself and the person that I'm engaging with, definitely does help. But I think more than just language is culture. You can learn to speak a language at school quite fluently, but that doesn't mean necessarily you understand the nuances behind what different things mean. The idioms and the stories, the way in which different words mean different things in different contexts. And that comes down to culture and understanding the language as a whole. And I think that has more benefit than just the language. And I believe that's helped to build trust. So more than breaking down a barrier, you start to build trust. And that's incredibly important as a public representative. I'm not a 65-year-old South African politician whose career has been built on divisiveness or my connection to the struggle. I'm a young South African who's trying to embody what our country envisaged after 1994. Of course, I have my flaws and I have my mistakes, and I think that's a part of our country growing and individuals growing within the context that we have. But my opponents will always use that against me because that's all they know, the divisiveness.